Hello and welcome back to the end of the carrot for Starfox Adventures, and in this episode, we'll be delivering the final Krazoa spirit and rescuing planet Saria. You know, we still haven't actually dealt really with Scales.
No, we haven't.
And as babies for Zelda, we're supposed to have dealt with Scales at some point, you know? I mean, Scales is clearly the Ganondorf of this game, right? I mean...
Well, we dealt with the Phantom Scales.
Well, we didn't... Well, no, actually. We didn't even fight Phantom Scales.
No, it was a test of courage.
Yeah, but... that test of fear, rather. But during the test of fear, we're not actually interacting with them. That's, you know, that's just a stress cutscene.
Well, all I'm saying is...
You don't have to kill him, for the record, but, you know, he's in the way, and I need to get down to a particular Krazoa Palace room that we've seen but not been able to clear.
Now we can finally see what's behind the closed gate.
Yes, Fox, falling down that long is, you know, very terrifying.
Scream in terror, and then realize that everything is okay anyway.
Here we go.
Gosh. No, we only said goodbye to, like,
now,
2 characters. We said goodbye to Tricky, and I don't even think we said goodbye to his dad. We just said goodbye to Tricky.
No, we did not say goodbye to the King Earthwalker.
Fuck it.
Mind you, the King Earthwalker has, like, a total of 5 lines, so... Or is it 9? It's probably closer to 9, honestly.
Yes, and all of them sound so jolly.
Alright. Deposit the last Krazoa spirit.
Give me my change.
Glowy eyes!
Yes. Go find your buddies. All 4 of them.
Uh-oh. This area that we've only seen has finally opened up.
The tantalizing gate has been released. You may now satisfy your goddamn curiosity.
Well, honestly, we've not really shown off that gate all that much, so... What do you think is behind the gate, Mr. Cloud?
The end of the game.
Well, kinda?
I mean, what do I think?
But not,
what do I know?
But not entirely. I mean, there is certainly a small surprise at the in that gated area, but you know, if you've been as babies for Zelda, I may as well explain that yes, we will be confronting Scales. Yeah, it's a very epic and very nice confrontation.
Well, just like in any good story, we have been alluding to spoilers this whole time, so there's no place left for them to hide.
Well, the spoilers that's gonna happen comes right out of freaking nowhere, and only makes sense. No, it doesn't even make sense if you read the prequel comic. To be perfectly honest.
Prequel comic. They released a comic for this?
Yeah. Technically, they released a comic as a sequel to Star Fox 64, but it leads directly into Star Fox Adventures.
No. You know, that gate did not have to be raised. We were already locked out. Yeah.
I want to actually put that on my hotbar, please.
Great. Let's do it
there.
again.
Damn it! I didn't mean to cast it again.
What are you doing?
But, oh wait! I know what I'm doing. I'm depleting my depleting my energy meter.
But why?
Because this part of the game actively pisses me off.
So, we're going in naked. Oh, the music is ominous and holy shit.
The music is very kick-ass, honestly. It's got a very tribal drum segment to it.
Okay, find the stairs. No, find the ladder. Okay, you found the ladder.
I've been waiting for you, Fox McCloud.
Highlander reference.
You may have returned the spellstones, but the war is not over yet. Now you must face me.
Okay, I'm gonna face you.
I am totally facing you.
Yep, we're facing Scales. That's right. We're facing the crap out of this guy. He actually has a character model outside of cutscenes.
Yes.
All right. We're gonna fight him, and we're gonna kill him. We're gonna take that scaly head and put it on his sword. That's right. Fuck yourself. I think you've made your point.
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure if my point has been made yet. Here, have a firefly.
Okay, he's
Let's zoom in through his model.
All right, and smile.
Stop! Scales, you are no longer any use to me.
Who are you? I demand you show yourself.
I am the one you brought to Krazoa Palace. The Earthwalkers could see me, but you could not.
Why?
I don't understand.
No, I didn't think you would. Your desire for power overwhelmed you and blinded you to the truth inside. Now give Fox what he's looking for.
Terrible comma
Give him
placements.
the final Krazoa spirit.
You will regret this.
No, we won't.
I did.
I mean, yeah, we don't fight Scales. We confront him. You can throw all, you can throw all of your consumables at him technically, but yeah.
Ah, the death door is already open. Yay!
Yep.
He did it. The enemy
We
won.
have successfully collected the final question mark Krazoa spirit.
Be humble. Yeah, let's just have no opportunity to interact with that area anymore and just go right back.
Yeah, I hate that segment. I really do. Why are we teased with a scale fight if they have no plans actually of actually cashing it out?
That is like one of the worst parts of the game is that you can't. That's like if a Chekhov short story had the gun in chapter 1, but the fucking gun never went off.
The final Krazoa cutscene.
This is the fastest we've seen 2 Krazoa spirits in quick succession.
Yep. Almost like they ran out of time or something.
Well, was this game rushed?
I don't know.
You said this would save her.
Well, one of them said it would save her, and it was the one that.
Now operate the device.
No.
This does get explained just before the credit sequence, though, so I can't really complain about this part. But huh? That's ominous. Why would they go to the Krazoa statue? It's a rock, isn't it?
Wake up.
The statue is coming! That would have been quite a fall. Are you okay?
Yes, it would have. Now it's not the time to have star-crossed romance, Cloud.
The head is moving.
Fox.
I am reborn, the mighty Krazoa god.
Lies!
Kill all those that stand before me.
We will never kneel to you. Give me that.
Hey, wait. Well, thanks for nothing. If it wasn't for me, you wouldn't be standing here at all.
Potentially.
My staff. You're back.
You know, this badass scene would make more sense if you weren't trying to fight a spaceship.
If you weren't trying to fight...
Also, if you had more than one fucking scene in the
If you
game.
weren't trying to, punch in the face the Guy Fawkes mask. Now, let's go to the one style of gameplay that we've seen the least of in order to confront the final enemy.
She's still shooting at him, by the way.
Oh, the wormhole will send him.
Hello, Andros.
Surprise!
Fox McCloud.
Andros!
How the fuck did Andros do this is what I want to know.
System.
According to the prequel comic, Andros was pretty much just a decapitated brain at the end of that.
Well, yeah. It kind of makes you wonder how he would have survived in the first place, yeah. Because the true ending to Starfox 64, we blew the fuck out of him.
And his brain.
And his brain. And his eyeballs. And his medulla oblongata.
But as Brain Scratch mentioned recently, this is Nintendo's favorite boss design. Floating, the head with floating hands.
Shoot him in his eyes. That's how you blind him.
No, his eyes are not weak points. Only his hands are.
I mean, so far that would have made this a perfectly similar boss fight to the 64 classic. Yep, and he's trying to suck you in, but we're not gonna let him.
All right, one hand destroyed.
Hit the things. And then shoot his rings. Fingers. God damn it.
There we go.
I do miss the Andros boss fight. It's been a while since I played it myself on Star Fox 64.
To be honest, this boss fight is actually pretty damn easy for the first phase. The second phase is slightly more difficult, but not enough to really, be an issue.
I don't think I've ever beaten this boss, to be honest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Or maybe...
I mean, the only difficult part about the second phase is the added missiles.
Because I remember, I must have replayed the opening cutscene of this, way, way too many times. And I think I eventually just lost interest in the whole damn thing.
Okay.
Yep.
To be perfectly honest, this is not the boss that we should have had. We should have had the Scales boss as our final boss.
Or maybe they assumed that everybody's Andros sense would be so strong that we could take this guy.
Oh yeah, we could definitely take Andros, but he's not been spoiled throughout the entire game. The only scene that we have that's supposed to tell us that Andros is here is when Crystal gets kidnapped right at the beginning. That's it. And even then, the only reason why that's a spoiler is because at the end of the game we end up seeing the Scales cutscene through Andros' eyes.
How the hell did he get his hands back?
No, because it's the Rang the Bang the boss fight. You can't have the Rang the Bang the boss fight without him having hands.
Well, all I'm saying is that, or maybe this is the magic of the Krazoas at work, that he could just regenerate his hands versus in the classic games where he didn't have that power. Once you destroy his hands, that's it, they're gone. I do like this design for Andros, though. Very modern.
It's pretty much just the same design that he had for 64 and SNES, isn't it?
I mean, yeah, the design is the same. The face in the center and the two hands, yeah. Except you can't shoot him in the eyes in order to blind him, which is one of the most effective things you can do during the boss fight because it slows him down. That vacuum attack also is supposed to destroy your wings if he successfully gets to chew on you.
Hey, McCloud. Different time, different planet, and you still need Falco's help. It's good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, why are your speech lines so desynced with the rest of the game, Falco?
It's because Falco is desynced with the narrative. We haven't even mentioned him since the very beginning of the game.
Yeah. Well, not even there. Again, during the prequel comic, Falco leaves because he and Fox have a falling out. to win the fight from here, wait for the vacuum attack.
Yep.
Throw a bomb at
fire
him.
bombs in what? Oh, then shoot his brain. His brain
Yep.
is transparent. It is all boobly and shit. All right, hit.
This can honestly be about 3 phases if you do it correctly. I did not do the first phase that well though, so we're probably gonna be here for a little bit longer than we're supposed to be. This fight is not honestly. The fight honestly is not all that difficult, assuming that you know how to do. Assuming that you know how to do most of the Starfox maneuvers that you need in order to progress normally.
And bomb attack. Make transparent his brain. He will try to ram you with his cerebral cortex. Oh, I just realized he has a health bar.
Yes, he has a health
I
bar.
wasn't even paying attention.
He's about half dead now, so probably 2 more cycles.
So his brain is his only weak point.
Yep.
Everything else is just a distraction. Stupid monkey face.
Now, with these missiles, it's implied that Andros was the one supplying Scales with a majority of his tech. But again, Scales never actually talked to Andros, at least according to the ending.
Well, I mean, it seemed to me that Scales was at least aware of him, but he couldn't see him. So he wasn't exactly sure with whom he was dealing. Oh, all right, we got, no, one more cycle, okay.
Yep.
No, it's too bad, there's no...
I like the fact that...
Okay.
I like the fact that he's actually spewing out silver rings to actually keep us alive, but honestly, they're kind of unneeded.
I think these missiles are the things that were taking me out the whole time. Though, just you know, players should be thankful that you get to keep your wings. There's no mechanic in this game that says that if your wings get hit too many times, then your flight gets fucked up. All right, here we go.
And exploded.
Exploded Andros' face.
Apparently, the explosion is powerful enough to generate a small supernova.
Don't ever give up, my son.
And no, that happens in the next game.
No, Falco. There's peril, I think. Okay, the happy.
Fly around the Great Fox for a victory lap.
Hey, Great Fox made it. Great Fox is #1.
And now that Andros is dead, the floating continents come back to Saria.
Because he was the one who was channeling he was usurping the energy from the planet, but now that he's not stealing it anymore, now it can return. What a...
Sure, That's what the Spellstones were supposed to do.
No. The Spellstones were supposed to stop the energy from blowing up the planet. The Krazoa spirits were supposed to return the pieces to the planet if they flew away. They're two equal and opposite forces.
And so the Sharpclaw tribe has been liberated from something. Apparently they usurped Scales and took his UFC championship belt.
He is now no longer the champ. I like the headless statue. Nothing but blue skies and American justice.
We did it, Fox! Dinosaur Planet is safe! Andros is defeated once again!
Yep, because that was our game the whole time, right, guys?
General Pepper here. Good work, Starfox team. I received a message from the King and Queen Earthwalker, thanking you for saving their
And they've
world.
decided to pay us in scarabs.
I was, however, very surprised to hear that Andros was still alive.
No shit, dude.
We were!
It seems that Andros discovered the ancient power of the Krazoa. And
When?
by trapping Crystal, who had the ability to channel this power, he was able to use this energy to revive himself.
How? He was a
He's
ghost.
Lord Voldemort. He will return.
Clearing your fee as we speak. Pepper out.
Woohoo! Yeah!
We can finally repair the ship!
And I really
Desynced audio.
These joints are not what they used to be.
And I can't wait to get back with the Starfox team. Hey guys.
Thanks for supplying us with bombs, Falco, but you're still kind of a dick.
I liked your voice better in Star Fox 64 when you were an asshole.
The Starfox team is back together again. Oh, Fox. I almost forgot. I received this message from Crystal.
Hi, Fox. I really appreciate what you did for me. I'm just so sorry we didn't get much of a chance to talk. I'm left with just one more thing to do.
And that's to say thank you.
Wait a minute.
Hello, sexy Jazz.
Did I or did I not finish this game? Because I feel like I vaguely remember this.
You're not shy.
Fuck.
Are you, Fox?
My sensors indicate Fox's temperature is rising. Are you okay, Fox?
Rob, you suck.
I'm gonna be just fine.
Now, according to Command, and this is, most certainly non-canon as of now, but then again, Star Fox canon has a total of 3 different timelines, all of which start with Star Fox 64. Fox and Crystal don't work out. Very specifically because Fox is way too concerned about Crystal's safety, and Crystal actually is competent enough to be her own mercenary. So she does, and then she joins Starwolf, and then she ends up being a bounty hunter on her own. Command is weird.
Oh, I thought the music in this game was done by Grant Herpo. It was done by D. Wise. Damn it.
Gunnery Smith.
I was going to say... I can't remember what I was going to say.
I was going to say that I actually really like Starfox Adventures. As Baby's First Zelda, it is actually a really damn good Baby's First Zelda. I will say, though, that it very much feels like it was supposed to be a Star Fox game, and then they turned... Oh, no. It feels like it was going... Again, this was originally going to be called Dinosaur Planet for the N64, but development time and Shigeru Miyamoto specifically said, you know what? No, we're going to make this into a Star Fox game with Star Fox characters. Even though a majority of Baby's First Zelda was already fucking done. So, yeah, that's why Star Fox is here.
And that's why Shigeru Miyamoto is a producer on this game.
Yeah, because he turned this game into an adventure starring Crystal and her trek through Dinosaur's Planet being Baby's First Zelda into Star Fox smashed into Baby's First Zelda for no reason. Seriously, the game honestly would be better without the Star Fox logo on it.
But then we won't have S. Malpass as Fox. Or Kay Bayless as both the Tricky and his own father.
So, when you were playing through this game, did you find yourself enjoying it for the most part?
Oh yeah, I love the sense of humor in this game. I love the puzzle solving and the quest. It was a very, I mean, mind you, it's been fucking like 15 years since the last time I played this game. Would I have played it again? Probably. It's one of those games where you put it down for a little while, you forget a bunch of shit, you go back to it and it feels new. I think that there are a lot of very pleasant aesthetics to this game that would have brought me back.
Yeah. Honestly, I feel about this game the same way that I do about Link to the Past. It's honestly a really damn good Zelda game. However, its downsides are pretty significant. Whereas A Link to the Past has got downsides that I can mostly ignore because it's too goddamn fun. This has got downsides that I can't really ignore because, well, they're staples of the 3D Zelda formula, and I'm not actually the biggest fan of 3D Zelda formula. It's fun, sure, but there's a reason why I've never actually finished Ocarina of Time.
Grant Kirkhope was a musician on this, huh?
And it's not just because Hyrule Fields is a fucking terrible hub.
But so we have saved Dolby and Pro Logic from the forces of evil, and Crystal is now safe once again.
Yay! Be safe, guys.